Hello YouTube, this is Pinchy08. Well, it's been almost nearly a week since I've gotten back from Disney World, and while I'm at this and, well, I've really got nothing to do for the time being, I know it does seem like a bit of a ripoff that I haven't decorated my house for Christmas yet. It's gonna happen very, very soon, but it's not gonna be overly done. Well, in the meantime, before going to Disney World, I definitely did obtain a lot of new Spin Master Monster Jam trucks. One of them I'm going to save as a best for last because I had a little bit of trouble getting this. Not because of cost or anything, but I'll explain when we get closer to it. So, as you can see, these are all out of the box, because I was very impatient to unbox these. So we're going to start over here. I really wanted to get these, even though these are 2021 releases. We've got the Series 21 Reflective Chrome Gravedigger and the Series 18 Max D with the front engine Wilman chassis. And also, if you remember my review of the Hot Wheels Monster Trucks Wrekin Raceway playset, I actually also did pick up some double packs while I was at that Target, including these two with Green Ghost Gravedigger and Northern Nightmare. I love the Green Ghost Gravedigger, how they got the correct Green Ghost like that. Kind of weird, though, that they only included a black chassis instead of a green one. But I do like that translucent green chassis, though, that Monster Jam OCD reviewed quite a long time ago. And it's also available on this Northern Nightmare that it came with. Also really excited about this Son of a Digger and the double packs with El Toro Loco Black. Because if you look really, really close here, I've been waiting a long time for a release like this in a Son of a Digger 1/64 scale truck. That this grill over here, this is exactly what Son of a Digger's grill is supposed to look like to this day. We keep getting a wrong grill and everything on Son of a Digger, because it's what it looked like, mostly when the truck debuted in 2011, but ever since then, it's gotten this kind of grill right here that goes all around the truck. That's what it's supposed to look like. It's also sold in the singles from the 2021 season in the X-Ray Sheer Madness series, but since this is not a Sheer Madness series, I enjoy it this one the most. And I also like how they made it with the purple chassis and a gray roll cage. It's really cool. So yeah, it comes in a 2-pack with the black El Toro Loco. Also, when shopping at Kohl's and when I went to get that Minis Monster Jam Arena like that with a few of the Minis trucks, I also stumbled upon these trucks, that these are 2022 singles. This is Gravedigger True Heavy Metal, Legacy Trucks Purple Son of a Digger, and definitely a truck needed in the collection, Bad Company. Also over the Superstore, I also did obtain this Gravedigger, which is actually created in the design of Kristen Anderson. Was supposed to be nicknamed Blonde to the Bone. And yeah, as Monster Jam OCD said in his review, they could have written the words Blonde to the Bone, like, right over here where it's supposed to say Bad to the Bone. If they would have at least crossed out the word bad and put blonde like that, it would have looked a little bit better. But nevertheless, I like the detail on this truck, though. How the fog is kind of colored in reverse. You can see that instead of the full moon being purple, now it's green. Also has some yellow, it actually has some purple lights on the interior. And also the ghost on the side is supposed to have some roses on the inside of its eye sockets. I don't know if you could see it or not. I don't think I see anything, but that is what it's supposed to look like. And then when looking over here, I like the skull and crossbones too, with the, with how there's a heart eye patch like that. That's very, very nice. So, it can really describe to you that Kristen Anderson is a very, very kind, loving, female gravedigger driver. I also like how the graphics around here are clear. You can read it all. I remember before on the packaging how there were supposed to be roses in the eye sockets of the ghost. Maybe they decided to leave it off the die casting itself. Kind of do regret not reviewing it before pulling it out of its packaging like that. I was a little bit frustrated because I actually ordered 2 trucks from Monster Jam Superstore, but this one ended up coming in first. So, as of now, I'm going to reveal that to you, which I think really needs no elaborate introduction, but nevertheless, I'm going to introduce the packaging, and here it is. This is supposed to be none other than the Holy Grail, the official Monster Jam 2020 Hall of Fame inductee truck. That features the 2 2020 inductees of Dennis Anderson and Scott Douglas. I just found out, however, they just released the 2021 edition of the of this truck as well, featuring Gary Porter and Mike Wales. But I do want to talk about the packaging, and I gotta admit, when you take a closer look at the packaging, it's actually a lot bigger than I expected, because every time I saw this packaging on quite a few videos, I expected it to be, well, a little bit smaller, like the size of my hand, but when I put my hands on it, look how much bigger it is. It's really huge, isn't it? Well, you know what they say, some objects in the mirror may appear larger than you think, or in this case of a camera, some objects in the camera may look a little bit smaller than they appear in reality. So other than that, this is a very, very well sculpted box. Very, very well amazing to say. And I gotta say, because this is kind of a pack that includes a 1/64 scale monster truck, as well as an authentic replica rings that was handed out to our inductees of Dennis Anderson and Scott Douglas. It features an authentic replica of that. And as you can see, unlike any other diecast, as you can see, just like the employee toy fair, you can see that there's a label over here that says Adult Collector 14 and up. So this is really meant to be a display piece. Now the reason why I had a little bit of trouble getting this is because it must have got lost in the shipping or something. And believe me, I definitely expected Kristen Anderson, Blonde to the Bone Gravedigger, to come in together with the Hall of Fame truck. But when I kind of mentioned that in the in a Facebook group that I'm part of, a lot of rumors and comments told me that if I do purchase a Hall of Fame truck along with anything else, it's supposed to come in a separate packaging and also requires a signature upon delivery. And plus, I also realized that I ordered it when it was getting close to Thanksgiving, so please bring this as an important note to self. Never ever order from the Monster Jam Superstore during the holiday season of Thanksgiving and close to Christmas, because a lot of shipments get shipped out, and these haven't quite sold out, so you gotta get this while you can. But take your time on this, because this is really an adult collector piece. This thing will go for like the highest price ever, $250. That's right. However, I did hear that there was a sale going on Superstore for both the 2020 and 2021 package of the Hall of Fame. However, I'm going to wait until long after Christmas to get the 2021 Hall of Fame inductees with Gary Porter and Mike Wales. I'll definitely explain who they are. But between Dennis Anderson and Scott Douglas, they really need no elaborate introduction. So other than that, the packaging is really cool. And I did see Monster Jam OCD's review that if you look on the back over here, where the hinge is to open it up, it says right here, Monster Jam Hall of Fame Class of 2020, Dennis Anderson and Scott Douglas. Production limited to only 1,000 pieces. So yeah, this is just as a limited edition as the Employee and Toy Fair exclusives that we've gotten. And yeah, unfortunately, I never got this year's Employee Toy Fair exclusive delivered to me by Monster Jam OCD, because I think they're not going to hand those out or have him mail them out to any Hangouts crew members. Plus, I think as us Hangouts crew members with Ryan, Monster Jam OCD, Monster Jam Action 81, and Mike Bev, and all stuff like that, pretty much the whole Hangouts crew is kind of breaking apart, no pun intended, because everyone's gone off to college, others have gotten their own jobs and all. But no hard feelings. Ryan is still definitely going to be the brand influencer. He also got a job at Monster Jam, who's going to be the what's known as a competition manager for the Arena Series East Tour coming up very soon. So without further ado, to conclude, let's take a look inside this beautiful, beautiful packaging. The front is held down with a magnet, which is kind of hard to open with one hand. Alright, and here she is. And as you can see, the packaging is very, very well done like that. So this is your authentic replica ring that they give to each inductee. So this is not the authentic. This is just a replica. You got the actual truck itself, and also a little bit of a pamphlet that explains each of the inductees. And I kind of like how the truck is pointing to the right, because usually when you look at a single 1/64 scale truck in its package in the singles like that, that is the direction they're supposed to face. But depending on what your favorite Hall of Fame inductee is, the truck can easily be removed from its perch. And not to worry, as you can see, it was easy to remove because it's not held down with twisty ties or anything else. So this side over here is your picture of Dennis Anderson and Gravedigger. And then this is the picture of Scott Douglas. For those of you who may not have been around long enough to know the sport, Scott Douglas has actually been known to be the voice of Monster Jam for many, many years, better known as an announcer. I mean, you can see in one picture, he's holding the microphone that says speed until the channel was discontinued in favor of, like, Fox Sports 1 and now CNBC. And all sorts of stuff. He's been a great announcer for Monster Jam for many, many years. Then this is the Dennis Anderson side with a picture, and we all know who Dennis Anderson is, the creator of the Gravedigger. And I think that's definitely well deserved for him to be inducted to the Hall of Fame like that. So yeah, this is a pretty unique truck. You can see the hood says Monster Jam Hall of Fame 2020. And at the top, you got the signatures of each inductee. On this side, because this is kind of considered the Scott Douglas side, you've got Scott's signature, autograph signature. And on this side, you got Dennis Anderson's signature. Now, as for the ring, this, I have to admit, is really, really hard to pull out. Because I've actually found out there's other parts of it holding it in. So, you gotta have, like, a really, really strong muscle in order to see this thing up close. Because there's a lot of parts of this packaging holding it in. So here it is. You see on the side how it says Anderson and Douglas. And you got the Monster Jam picture. And then on this side it says 2020 Hall of Fame. And yeah, this is really meant to be a display piece. So, if you do have it out of its packaging, try to treat it with respect. Because this ring is like a trophy. Kind of like Tom Brady and all those Super Bowl rings from both the Patriots and now the Buccaneers. I know it's not exactly the really big Vince Lombardi trophy, but when you get a ring like this, it's definitely like a trophy. Doesn't fit on my ring finger though, but definitely on my pinky. So when you're ready to put this back, you just gotta simply put it back in its insert, like this. And I was gonna save a look at this little booklet or pamphlet for when I review this truck. Now, because I'm filming with one hand, it's gonna be hard to do. Now, the cool thing about this is that there's absolutely no seal on this. As you can see, look. I can insert a finger right in here. I'm glad they kept one side open, so that way you can pull the pamphlet out like that. And then you can open it up, so you can learn about each one of the inductees. So, yep, this is the Scott Douglas side. Here's a picture of Scott right over here. Born in Cleveland, Ohio. It's true. And that's what his autograph signature would look like. Trust me, he's been the announcer of Monster Jam for so many, many years. But he does have another job at Monster Jam, just not as an announcer anymore. But definitely very, very well deserved, as you could see. There is also a lot of information to read. So I'm going to just pan around really, really slowly one more time. Please pause to read. And then on this side, here's the Dennis Anderson side. So on this picture, you got your picture of Dennis, originally born in Roanoke, Virginia. You can see there he is when he created the first Gravedigger, a truck born in the mud, to the monster truck it is. And yeah, for anniversaries, I'm glad they did the 30th anniversary design, because that was the best. And now here's a picture of Dennis along with his kids, Adam Anderson, Ryan Anderson, and his daughter Kristen. They haven't gotten Weston Anderson yet, because Weston hasn't gotten started until now. But nevertheless, this is definitely the booklet. It's easy to fold back up like this. And when you're ready to put it in the package, you can put it easily back in its bag. Very hard to do with one hand while I've got one hand on the camera. Oh, here it goes. And then you just gotta stick it back here. And there you go. So remember that if you do purchase this amazing focus camera, if you do purchase this amazing Hall of Fame Monster Jam truck pack with the ring and pamphlet like that, even along with a few other things, as an example with Kristen Anderson's Blonde to the Bone truck like that, try to realize that this will come in separately. And if it takes a little bit too long, be sure to contact the Superstore if you must. In case you get concerned, that's what my mom and I did to make sure that it will come in no matter what. Because this was a very, very expensive buy. Like I said, this will retail for $250. And then most of these die-casts would retail for about $20. And the reason why I kind of regret not reviewing the Blonde to the Bone version of Gravedigger is because the packaging was very nice. It had the Kristen Anderson autograph signature, and it was a beautiful signature, how she signs with a heart and everything. She must be the kindest female Gravedigger driver there really is. So, what else can I say? Other than that, the truck is very detailed. I like how it's got a painted muffler header. And I'm surprised that, unlike the packaging, that there is no roses inside the eye sockets of the Ghost. But I do like the skull and crossbones, how the skull and all has that heart-shaped eye patch. That's very, very nice. So there you have it. All my Spin Master Monster Jam trucks I've obtained from Kohl's, Target, Amazon, Monster Jam Superstore. So thank you for watching. And since I was at Disney World, allow me to do a little bit of a panning around for a second so I can sort of give you a preview of the next upcoming things I'm getting ready to review. These are some very, very big packages. Yep, we have a Lionel Walt Disney World 50th anniversary set, plus a sold separately boxcar. And yep, I did get a 50th anniversary diecast Skyliner gondola, but I don't feel the need to review that. But definitely, the tallest package I have is this version of the Cinderella Castle in the Magic Kingdom. When I review this, shout out goes to the Switzerland YouTube user called Kitawano the Lion. A very, very cuddly friend and all. So here's the things I'm previewing for you that I will do in some upcoming reviews. So be sure to stay on the lookout for that. I don't have much other 50th anniversary merch left. But if you do remember the monorail, be sure to go back and watch that. I will do a grand finale about all these toys eventually when I review them one by one, because these things were really, really costly. Now that I've shined in some more light, here's a better look at the Spin Master trucks I've obtained. Bad Company was a must-have. Gotta get Rage very soon. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, this is Cameron at Pinchio Wait, signing and pinching out. Take care.